こんにちは、皆さん。今日はめちゃめちゃ雨ある。だけど、前回のめちゃ雨日はめっちゃ釣れた。それで、また行きます。先発、タイレント8。釣れるかな。行きましょう。There's a bass right here, but he does not care for what the heck I'm trying to catch him on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is day 2 of fishing in the rain. Yesterday we had that one bite on the Tyran 8, saw that other fish in that tree. I wouldn't say they were crazy active yesterday, but it was better than the last time I was fishing there. But today we came on the opposite side. In my last video, you guys saw me fish over here. We saw a bunch of fish, we saw a bunch of bait, but the conditions were not right. So today it's cloudy, rainy, little bit of wind. I like these conditions way more than last time we were over here, so hopefully those fish and the bait are still here and we have a shot of catching a bass. I'm gonna try flipping around this bull flat and some of these trees where we saw those fish last time. If I can just catch one on the bull flat, then that will at least tell me that they're semi-active, and then I'll try and switch over to some type of swim bait. I've got a tiny clash, which would be cool to try and catch a fish on, or Tyrant, battle shad, whatever. But just got to see where their mood is right now and see if they want to play. Normally I'd say these fish on Bewood really like rain. I don't have a whole lot of success fishing in rain back home. Normally I have luck during the pre-front right before the rain comes. But it seems like on this lake, these fish really do like rain. So I'm gonna give it another whirl here in the rain. You know, I'm not catching fish from a lack of trying. One of the very few foreigners that will literally come out and fish in the rain, shore fishing side. So gonna give it a whirl. Just need one. That's all it ever takes, is just one bass. Catch one bass and you're super stoked. So we're just gonna see what happens today. All right, fellas, it is day number 3. So for the past 2 days, it's been super rainy, and it's been tough, but we came back to the first spot on the first day where we at least saw a couple fish, had that one bite. And today's conditions, it's a bit cloudy. There's no wind, there's no rain, but from the past 2 days of rain, the water has somehow come up maybe about a foot or so, which on this massive body of water is quite a bit of rain. And so right here in front of me, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a bunch of Morocco, and the Morocco are spawning still somehow. But before, we weren't really seeing a whole bunch of Morocco because the water was low, and it seems that the Morocco like to spawn kind of in this, it's basically, I think, the roots or grass of the tree. And so for right now, I just literally just pulled up, just tied up, and I'm seeing a bunch of bait, which is always a good thing. Like I said before, find the bait and you have a really good shot of catching a fish. I've already seen some activity. I think it's from Nigoy eating the Morocco, but I'm sure there's a couple bass around. So we're gonna give it a whirl today. Once again, try to catch ourselves a bass. So let's get out there and get active. That's a snakehead. Oh my gosh, that's a massive snakehead. Please eat it. Oh my gosh, that's a massive snakehead, dude. That thing is gigantic. Holy smokes. Wow, that's a big snakehead. Holy smokes. I've never caught a snakehead. Kind of wish it smoked it. I guess I need a frog for that. Or whatever the homeless fisherman guy catches them on. I needed that. Holy shit, there's a bass literally right here. That is nuts. There's literally 2 bass right here. That is nuts, dude. There's one eyeing me up right now. What is he doing? He's very interested in me. What are the odds he bites this thing, guys? 0. There was 2 bass. Literally right here. How nuts is that? It has to be on a bit. Nutty. That is nutty. Okay. Yeah, you guys probably can't see him, but there's a dark spot literally right here. And when I first rolled up, I saw that it was a bass, but then there was another fish that came in too. Like a bigger one for sure. And then he's just sitting here. Like slime is just sitting here. Nutty. All right, fellas, we've come back to this tree. You guys should know this tree by now. Caught 2 fish out of this tree so far. There is a herring right there, which is a good sign. We were here the other day and there was a fish that did not care for my particular lure, so we'll see if one is still here. And I guess 2 if he wants to bite my lure. So I'm looking right at a bass right now, folks. But it doesn't look like he cares for what I'm throwing today either. Which is just amazing. So anything I do, they do not care for. There's another bass. Okay, in a turn of events, KZ saw me walking down the street, picked me up, and we're going fishing now with KZ, Mr. Guide himself. Yes. We got 2時間ぐらい。
Yeah.
Short time, 短時間。だけど、number one guide. Number one guide. So we're probably gonna catch a fish. So let's get out on the water.
Oh man, spinnerbaiting. Today is spinnerbaiting.
Oshiri? Wet.
Chili? Wet, yeah. This is Japanese strong style. Wet.
Wet ass,
What ass?
spinnerbait.
Yeah.
Good.
Wet ass.
So KZ is a guide here on Lake Biwa. He is better than Sammy. Sammy here, KZ here.
No.
So with Sammy is frogman.
Yes.
Frogman. However, KZ throws a wide variety of different lures. So he likes the spinnerbait, he likes the flip. So if you guys come to Japan and you want a guide that speaks good English, seasonal man,
Yeah.
and you have a guy that throws a wide variety of different lures, here's your guy, Mr. KZ. I will leave his SNS down here below.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます. If we don't catch a fish, you're a bad guide.
Yeah. Yeah, make my effort.
食った。お、食った。うわー、マジか。
見た？マジか。
マジ。くそー。マジか。ミス。
マジか。
Fuck. No way.
でかっ。
でか。マジ。
マジか。
Wow, miss. Ah, better.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Sorry?
Not bite. No bite.
No fish.
Sorry.
No fish. Bad guide.
Bad guy. Yes, I think.
Horrible.
So bad guy.
Gomi.
Good guy.
Gomi guide. All right, fellas. Day number 4. Back out here. You guys already know the spot. I keep coming back to this spot because I have so much faith in it. And I keep seeing fish and bait and all this good stuff, but Lord knows I can't catch a fish. And I haven't really seen any fishermen around, which I kind of like that because it means that there's not a whole lot of pressure on these fish, but that it could also mean that there's just no fish around. So, I don't know. I'm getting desperate. Today, I'm throwing the 13-inch Kinku worm. I'm just desperate. The conditions are light clouds, light wind, which aren't great for power fishing, but we are going to try the old big worm. This time of year, the big worm works pretty well in this lake, so we're gonna give it a shot, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get out there and get active. So the reason why I'm going with the big worm is because lately I've been seeing, after the big rain we had, I saw a bunch of worms just all around. So I was like, screw it, I'm seeing a bunch of worms, so let me go with the biggest of the worms, the old 13-inch Kinku. I've had success on this bait back home, fishing it either on the Neko or up on the surface, so I know that this thing works. It'd be cool to catch one here in Japan on it, but let the record be known, I'm not the greatest worm fisherman. I leave that up to Marshall. you guys came here for worm content, got the wrong channel. I highly recommend just watching Mr. Marshall's. All right, tied on the Clash 9. Got the transfer tail on there so I can just kind of burn it, cover a bunch of water, see if I can just get a reaction out of these bass. I can see the grass just slightly bit too far. Really clutch right now. But we is on DRT Bros now.よし、勝った。よっしゃー、よっしゃー、やった、やったぜ。やばい。Clash 9 transfer tail. やばい。Should be zeroed out. Nice post spawn fish right there. South Lake Special. Nice, beautiful fish right there. Clash 9 transfer tail Kosoku high speed retrieve right there. So sick, man. Right there. 4 days in a row of bass fishing to finally get that one bite. It's been an absolute grind. As you guys have seen, we've had a couple opportunities. We've seen fish. We fish in a wide variety of different conditions, from just coming down rain to basically flat calm conditions to basically now. But you know, it just came down to knowing that, like, dude, I know these areas that I've been just hounding over and over again, they have fish. I just got to figure out how to approach those spots to figure out how to get that one fish to bite. And today it came on something that I've wanted to try for a while, and that's the Clash 9, but with the transfer tail. So last summer, I believe, or maybe 2 years ago, DRT Boys, they made a video with a guy named Uneri, who he talked about using the transfer tail on just North Lake or South Lake, high speed in the summertime to get some really aggressive reaction strikes. And I was like, well, I've never been here in the summer and I've wanted to try it, and it worked out today. Nice conditions, semi-cloudy, a little bit of wind, and basically where I was casting is that there's like kind of pockets of grass, and I'm just firing the bait over the grass, rip, pause, rip, pause. And that one ate it really close. I remember just ripping it, see the bait kind of flare out, and I watched this fish come out of nowhere and just swipe at it. So super stoked. 4 days of fishing for that one fish, and it's absolutely worth it. I'm so stoked. So, but you know, it kind of just goes to show you got to keep going, keep fishing, don't stop. You know, you don't have a chance to catch a fish if you're at home sitting on the couch. You just never know when it comes down to bass fishing. So oh my God, that's a nice one. Oh, baby, yeah. Holy smokes. Oh my God. That's a nice fish. Depths. Bull flat 5/8. It's gone. It's freaking gone, boys. Yet another Lake Biwa bass falls victim to the bull flat 5/8 by Depths. Man, doesn't get much cooler than that now, does it, folks? Oh, that is a beautiful bass. Super stoked on this one. Had that fish follow my K9. Said, screw it, let me try throwing the bull flat in there, and that fish came out of nowhere and absolutely smoked it. So sick, man. Another beauty on the bull flat, baby. Gonna get a quick weight on this fish. He's zeroed out. Not a giant, but nice, healthy fish right there. So sick. Beautiful fish. Nice frame on it too. That's Biwa South Lake right there for you. Super sick, man.